Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I am playing an EIK WM France deck, G4-5, G8, also CZ game, draft 10 with Wallfly, jerryblr, and Field Watchman. So I'll have to read a couple cards that I don't really know. Hasty Farmer. Take food from an accumulation space. You can leave one to get a sow action. Ranch Overseer. Most cattle get 4 bonus points or 3 bonus points, and it gives you wood. Pepper Farmer is very solid. So Pepper Farmer plus Hasty Farmer plus any way to clear the Pepper Farmer faster. Maybe Rotten Plow, maybe Artist Garden, anything like that could be very strong. Field Warden is good. I mean, there's Burger Flipper here. Baker's Servant. Blacksmith is very good. Burger Flipper, so I could take Ranch Overseer and then wheel Burger Flipper. Problem is Joiner kind of messes with Burger Flipper a bit. Could just take Blacksmith. I think Blacksmith is very good. Field Warden is good. Pepper Farmer's good. Baker Servant is good. I think I'm going to take Blacksmith here. Yeah. I think Blacksmith is quite good. It's a really nice build around as well. Really nice build around card. Alright. I think Cutthroat Academic is oh, wait, actually. Pay 2 food to play an Ock. Okay, so this got nerfed. Cutthroat Academic got nerfed quite a bit. Okay. Rustler. Play this card, you receive 2 sheep or pay 3 food to get 2 cattle. So knowing that there's that other card out there, Rustler could be a pretty good option here. People seem to undervalue Cutthroat Academic, so maybe I can even wheel it. A Cookery Seller is quite good, though. Crop Handler, started round 7 by grain, by vegetable, plow field. I guess I'm taking Cookery Seller. If I could wheel Baker's Servant, Cookery Seller would be amazing. Yeah, I do think Cookery Seller getting me grain when I have Blacksmith looks quite good. I kind of want to take Rustler to go for those cattle points, but maybe I even wheel Cutthroat Academic. People seem to not value it highly enough.
Imrosen, let's go Cardbo 3 anti-grav.
The text-to-speech doesn't handle emotes perfectly. Damba, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. 6 months, awesome. Let's go indeed. Let's go indeed. You think I'm going to rebound Rustler? I think it'll get taken by whoever takes Ranch Collector. I think Ranch Collector will get taken like 3rd or 4th, and whoever took the cattle, someone's going to take the cattle card right after it. Harvest Baron. Whenever any player harvests 2 different goods, you get a food, and add 1 food to this card. One bonus point for every 3 different food on this card. Okay, so if there are 3 players, if you play this in round 13 and there are 3 players harvesting grain vegetable, then this card is a 2.1 food, 2.5 food card, Harvest Baron. I mean, I think I'm going to take Master Mason with Blacksmith here, but yeah, I should read the other cards. Mastermind's Apprentice. 1 bonus point for every 2 cards with a bonus point symbol in front of you, including this one. So this is one that you don't have to play early in the game. You can play it late. Could still be pretty good. Mastermind can be a lot of points. But yeah, also Stockbroker. But yeah, definitely taking Master Mason here as a follow-up to my Blacksmith. I should be going for the guilds. Definitely going for the guilds. Whoa. There's some good cards here. Not sure what I'm supposed to take. Field Doctor doesn't really go with Master Mason because, of course, you run out of spaces to... You can't build after you trigger Field Doctor. Diligent Farmer, it's not really clear to me if I build guilds that I'm going to do well in specific scoring categories. Remodeler is okay, but if I'm making my rooms really cheap with Master Mason, then Remodeler gets quite a bit worse. Like, maybe Quarry Operator is the pick, like, just to get random stone to actually build lots of major improvements with, but it feels wrong to take it over Field Doctor and Diligent Farmer. I guess I'll take Diligent Farmer, just because maybe eventually we transition into a Diligent Farmer game, get a free stone room. Plus, with Master Mason, Blacksmith, maybe we appreciate anything that gives us... well, obviously we'll take plows quite highly, but anything that helps us like give points per room, Diligent Farmer is more of that. Yeah, seeing Field Doctor here is weird. I agree. I like Pepper Farmer, and vegetables could be a category that we get for Diligent Farmer. However, I love the Reedstone food space. With Blacksmith Master Mason, I love the Reedstone food space. And if someone does take Burger Flipper and they're flipping, making the traveling players or fishing better, then the joiner doesn't mind taking those spaces either. Also, Treasure Hunter. Treasure Hunter is very good for getting stone and reed, and you know, with if I do build a couple rooms at a time with my first room, Treasure Hunter could give me some good resources. I'm going to take Joiner here. Joiner seems like it should be a ton of wood this game. I think Red Dirt Girl is really good. Oh, it got nerfed. Okay. Now it's food and a reed or grain. Not food, reed, grain. Before it was food, reed, grain. But now it's only one of them. Okay, that makes it quite a bit weaker. Honestly, I kind of like Cutthroat Academic here. I could play Cutthroat Academic and 3 more occupations. Or even 2 more. Blacksmith and Master Mason will both appreciate being. They could appreciate being played outside of outside of the regular turn order. Yeah. Harvest Baron might be worth some points. Well, there's Ground Pickaxe Plow. Ground Pickaxe Plow is pretty great here. Textile guild. I have to have 2 sheep. Major improvements get cheaper. Interesting if I'm building guilds. Barren Field, I think, is a fine card. Venus of Dolny Vestonice. Whenever you use the action space family growth and minor improvement, you may carry out the family growth action twice with that person. So if I have space for multiple animals, it lets me double grow when I take growth. It's not bad. Pigeon net. Mark an action space with one of your unbuilt fences. Yeah, so this would be a pretty good Reedstone food, start player, pigeon net, Reedstone food again. Something like that could be pretty good. And, you know, with Joiner, I like the Reedstone food space a lot. Donkey is very good. We've got ground pickaxe plow here. So I won't take pigeon net here, but I will take one of the 2 plows, either donkey or ground pickaxe plow. And the one that I will pick is the donkey. Yeah, I'll take donkey. No, you know what? It's very likely that if I build a bunch of major improvements that I only plow once this game. So ground pickaxe plow is better if I'm only going to plow once. Passing donkey to the field warden is annoying, but nothing to be done about that. Ground pickaxe plow is much better for me. Candlelight looks pretty good with Cutthroat Academic. Fertile Soil, as I've said many times, really good card. Basically, with ground pickaxe plow means that I don't need to get on plow sow. Abandoned Field will be good for the field doctor. Don't really think I need mini pasture. Candlelight is going to be quite good for me, but it should wheel. People generally seem to let the card wheel, so I'll take Fertile Soil here. Hope to wheel Candlelight. Alright, Cotton Field is very good. Hay sheaves, harvest the grain, convert grain. Yeah, Cotton Field looks good. The problem is I'm not really planning to play 6 occupations with Cutthroat Academic. So maybe Cotton Field is just 1 field in this game. Wild Chickens is fine. It's going to be easy to get on the plow field space. Can you have Panda Donkey in the same pasture? Yep. Yeah, because both just say you can't hold animals in one of your pastures. Neither of them are actually counted as an animal. Yeah, exactly. But then contradictorily, if you play Honeymoon and 24601, I've argued, like, it's been argued that you should be able to not place the same person, but then it's also been argued that those effects don't stack on each other because of the way that they're worded. I actually don't even remember what the answer is. My assumption is that they don't stack on each other. That they do. You do have to remove 3 people if you have 24601 and Honeymoon. That's my assumption. Yeah, it seems unlikely that I get to 6 occupations for Cotton Field, because if I'm going to play 6 ox without Cutthroat Academic, so if I'm going to play 6 ox, Cutthroat Academic does nothing. Except for play the 6th occupation. Because I can only discard at most 1. Wow, Straw Thatched Roof. There's some good cards here for the Field Doctor. Very good cards for the Field Doctor. I like Whistle. I think I'm not all that likely to do that though. Not all that likely to build it. To build the stable. With ground pickaxe plow and cookery cellar, there is a line where I build rooms and I don't pay any reed and I save 2 resources with master mason. I do have ground pickaxe plow. The issue will be getting the 3 grain, which cookery cellar can provide. Maybe we can do it. I can always throw out cookery cellar, see how much grain I get. Say I get 2 early grain, then I can go for it. Yeah, I think I ended up at the same place as you guys. All right. So, barren field plus diligent farmer looks like a thing where I plow 3 fields with ground pickaxe plow, 1 field with cotton field, 1 field with barren field. Seems okay. Alternatively, pigeon net if I want to mark reedstone food. But I think I'm kind of transitioning off of that. So here's a question: is the barren field empty? I guess it's not empty because it's got a clay on it. I'm looking at abandoned field here and wondering. Ruins is okay with blacksmith because usually there's a bunch of extra stone kicking around. Clay deposit gives point actions at the end of the game. Take clay deposit, I guess. If I have lots of actions, then clay deposit appreciates having lots of actions. Well, honestly, my understanding of empty is totally messed with the fact that you can have stone on your fields and still sow on them. So I guess I have different definitions of empty from everyone else. Alright, well, hey Sheaves, if I'm actually going to do this early grain line, although foraging is okay if you get if you're getting a bunch of early grain, foraging just to convert like 1 field immediately to food can be fine to help play occupations, but okay. Major minor flipped in round 1. I'm gonna play cookery cellar here. I think I'm gonna try this. Try setting up this. Yeah, the thing is, there's a chance someone 2 clay into fireplace. So as much as I want to take reedstone food every chance I get, there's a chance someone builds the fireplace in round 1 here. So I'm gonna play the cookery cellar. Wow. We have a round 1 mini pasture for Field Watchman. So he's going to play Panda. He's going to play Panda, I assume. Or, no, maybe Donkey. Yeah, second action Donkey. And then he can plow twice for his Field Doctor. But yeah, wow. We have a first action start player mini pasture. Wow, I wheel 3 wood. That's pretty amazing. That's all the wood I need for ground pickaxe plow right there. Yeah, Freeawk into 3 wood is a pretty great start. So Field Watchman plays Donkey here, I guess. Maybe just the Abandoned Field card. Oh, jerryblr is the one saying they feel like their plan is really dumb. And not the person who played a first action mini pasture. That's funny. jerryblr says, I just assumed that was Field Watchman saying that. Because, yeah, round 1 mini pasture. Oh, man. There it is. So if Field Watchman has Field Doctor, probably not also playing Field Warden because there's no need to overlap those two. So jerryblr maybe has Field Warden. It's hard to imagine Field Warden passing Donkey because it's such a good card for that player. Swamp Farmer. Wow, Educator. Educator for jerryblr. So I passed Candlelight, and I passed the France Miner that makes your occupations 2 food cheaper. So I'm assuming jerryblr is not setting up a green field, so I'm guessing it's probably just Candlelight. So next action, start player Candlelight for jerryblr. So if I don't want to go last, I could start player here. Yeah, it is the Candlelight. So Wallfly is the only person with 2 clay at the start of round 3. There's the sheep. I actually think I need to take 3 food here. I think everyone at this table is going to be quite hungry between the educator, field watchman only having one food. Wallfly needs to pick up food somehow. If I don't wheel 4 wood, I'll wheel 3 wood, so I could still build the first room. Field watchman, start player, cabbage. Well, I'm not last. But I'm not sure that start player cabbage is better than traveling players there. Is 2-win Monday or just regular Monday? Just regular Monday. I'm starting way too late to get to 2 games, or to get 4 or 5 games in, or potentially more. Yeah. But then what are you using all that read for? I didn't pass around read nursery. Are you literally just doing it like if you're growing with field doctor, you don't really need read. You can always what retcon if I win 2 times in a row. That feels like cheating. I guess I'll take the wood now. Since it looks like the first room is just going to be available to me in round 4. I think Wallfly will second action build the fireplace. I think Field Watchman will plow 2. I agree that Field Watchman will take 2 read and then sow it, but okay, you're going to build the Basket Maker's Workshop. Okay, you don't really use read otherwise though. I'm quite surprised jerryblr didn't prioritize a food action higher. Because he can't play an occupation and feed.
Guess I am jumping on this bandwagon.
Gamer Montu, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. 7 months on a 6-month streak. Thank you so much. Whoa! Northern Watch with the Twitch Prime sub. That's 3 subs in like half an hour. I don't think we've ever done that before. Subscription Monday, yeah. Let's throw some Play-agricola in chat, guys. We've got to acknowledge that for sure. Wallfly builds the fireplace. I'll take a food and a grain here. And yeah, sure, I'll build the first room. Last. That's good, Northern Watch. Subtrain hype! Alright, I probably will start player into a 6-wood action. The problem is Field Watchman can start player into occupation. That is available to them. At this point, setting up Cutthroat Academic is looking pretty strong. I can throw away Harvest Baron and Joiner and play 2 other cards. Probably Blacksmith, maybe Master Mason, maybe Diligent Farmer. I'm thinking about 4 clay, because 4 clay would let me blacksmith build the clay oven if I'm not going for straw thatched roof. But maybe if we can hope for 5 clay, because that would let us clay oven and pottery. I can just take 3 wood for now. This is one of those actions where build room isn't maybe correct. I agree, but we could still get family growth round 5. If family growth is not round 5, Field Watchman probably jumps us because he can first move start player into Ock. But you know what? Wallfly and I can both Ock still, so it's not guaranteed he wheels the Ock action. And it's not like the board will be all that good. Yep, exactly. If I get round 5 family growth, then I'm pretty happy. There we go. Lucky me. Lucky me. So I don't have a miner to play. And Field Watchman is going to play Field Doctor. Yeah, no miner, unfortunately. I could have maybe played an occupation there, but whatever. Family growth, no miner is doable. Oh no. Wallfly's saying her internet's out. Time for hotspot. jerryblr's got apple picker. Technically, the candlelight food comes at the end of the. No, after you've played it. So you do basically get it right away. No miner. Wallfly and her clay buyer, and she only played 1 occupation. But you know what? It got her 2 clay, which got her the first fireplace. So I guess that works, right? I know she values it very highly. So Field Watchman needs to start player here. Wallfly could take 5 clay, could take Reedstone food, so I probably get whatever the opposite is. I get Reedstone food or 5 clay. Wallfly could 3 sheep, maybe, yeah, because she's definitely vulnerable to jerryblr building a cooking hearth here. That might be correct. Whoa. What? It's pretty important for the family growth queue not to show yourself on start player when you're not on start player. Yes, and obviously she wants to start player. Oh, why is everything always so slow and stupid? Why can we never just have a nice clean game? Oh wait, I think what I want to do now is start building major improvements. I think my goal is to place straw thatched roof. I'm going to go up to 5 rooms. So I'm going to place straw thatched roof and Master Mason. Try to get 2 guilds with Master Mason. Pretty sure the Basket Maker's Workshop is going to Field Watchman. I don't see what else he's using his read on otherwise. I think I'm not going to take the I'm not going to build the clay oven because I don't want to bake until after the thing is out. Wallfly's got axe. So I think I reedstone food and then I'm going to clay oven, or I'm going to pottery build here with blacksmith. Yep. But what if no one else buys a cookery for 4 rounds? Like, jerryblr might just go for a clay oven here. And if jerryblr just goes for the clay oven, then, you know. I could have built the clay oven with blacksmith for sure. But if jerryblr builds the clay oven, we might not see another cookery for ages. And jerryblr is building the clay oven. Yeah, so Wallfly is going to have like sole ownership of the animals for a while. But this means I get 2 out of the 3 guilds, so I don't mind that. Field Watchman's feeding plan is Basket Maker's Workshop, I'm pretty sure. Beyond that, probably crops. Do you get food when you harvest from Swamp Farmer? Is it only when you sow? Aren't I stealing Basket Maker's Workshop next round? No, I'm not going to take 2 reed here. My goal is to take reed or I need another stone to steal the Basket Maker's Workshop, so I need reedstone food. So I think what I do is I play blacksmith pottery here. This way I get 6 wood or 8 clay or 3 reed next round because Field Watchman has to grow. So then I get, you know, a really, really good action. Because I want pottery and the basket maker's workshop. I don't want just one. jerryblr plays shoemaker. I mean, if I don't build basket maker's workshop, I'll build the joinery. I can read stone food and build the joinery. And actually, I guess I only can do that if I get another cookery cellar proc. I think it's okay still, though. Maybe instead of blacksmith, that should have been cutthroat academic. Maybe. Because I'm still thinking about cutthroat academic, but maybe I just don't play it. Maybe master mason is my final occupation. I know he can't beat me to it. Well, you know what? He might actually. He might. But that's okay. Then I'll build the joinery. Also, I'm pretty happy that Wallfly played 2 stone miners before blacksmith came out. Because having stone miners when blacksmith is in play makes a pretty big difference. jerryblr takes the 3 read. Yeah, I'm not even going to build the basket maker's workshop. I'm going to build the joinery. Well, don't forget, I played blacksmith. So because I played blacksmith, it lets the other players buy cheaper stuff, right? Yeah, I think I'm hoping to get a blacksmith trigger here. Because otherwise my last action just has to be day labor. I mean, it has to be day labor either way. jerryblr plays baker's servant. If I had taken 3 read, I didn't have the stone to build the basket maker's workshop. I needed to build 2 guilds this harvest. Otherwise, my feeding just totally falls apart. I need the 2 guilds. Wallfly's going to start player mini pasture. So I day labor, feed a wood, a clay, and 2 food. Yeah, and I think like my goal is to build two more wood rooms at 3 wood each, or build 2 more clay rooms at 3 clay each. I can do either. Maybe spend 1 reed for one of the rooms since. Oh no, straw thatched roof makes that dumb. Yeah, the other thing it means is that there's going to be lots of wood spent more. Since there were 3 players who built a wood room at full cost, and then they're going to go back to the wood room space. It actually means I think there's a decent amount of pressure on wood. Take 4 wood here either way, and like I have my ground pickaxe plow for example, and I'm eating stuff with the joinery. I could have built a room myself. I could have built there, but I think it's worthwhile trying to get the straw thatched roof going this harvest, because if I don't, I'm pretty light on food. So I get a food from blacksmith. The well's still available. Could pick up 2 stone and build the well. Wouldn't mind seeing Wallfly do something like Reno cooking hearth upgrade to get myself a second grain. Because if she does that, then I could do something like start player fertile soil into plow, sow 2 grain. I could pick up a vegetable next round and plow, sow 2 grain in a vegetable. If I'd got axe, yeah, be free rooms. But it's only the problem with axe there is it's free wood rooms, so then I'd still have to have enough clay to reno and enough stone to reno, which could be difficult. And I actually don't have anything like scales per number of rooms, so that's unfortunate, and that makes Diligent Farmer quite a bit worse. Is I can't scale based on number of rooms. I need the freestone rooms. That's right, and that's why freestone rooms are so degenerate. Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Yep, that's a fun one. Wallfly's got Good Shepherd here. So I'll wait for jerryblr to play their Auk. Yeah, I still think she might upgrade to a cooking hearth. So I think I'm going to start player fertile soil here either way. You know what? I could just build and grow next round. The problem with that is I don't really have that much food. I really need to get these grain in the ground. I really need to get these grain in the ground. So I think I'm going to do that ahead of family growthing. I think that's more important for me. Yeah, if jerryblr or Wallfly or Field Watchman could trigger my cookery cellar before my next move, that would be amazing. Oh yeah, nice. Bilberries. Those look like blueberries to me. Whenever you use an action space that allows taking multiple actions and you only take one of them, you get a food. So if you go on sow bake and you only sow or you only bake, you get a food. Nine Stone House and Solo Series. So I think this is a bit of a mistake with Treasure Hunter here. jerryblr putting out a bunch of stone. I think with Blacksmith in the game, you have to recognize that stone is not so important anymore. There are only 2 stone major improvements remaining on the table. I really wanted to plow here because then I could put one of my wood on the clay space and then take it with my first move next round. I think what I'm going to do is take 1 raw grain here. Bill equals blue in another language. So I have a bit of a dilemma here. The dilemma is I don't really want to plow another field manually. So I could take vegetable and then sow vegetables here, but if I do that, then I'm not able to sow the 3rd grain until I have a 4th field. And cotton field, I don't want to play cotton field until family growth comes out. And I've got hay sheaves here, so getting this 3rd grain is actually worth a lot. Getting this 3rd grain in the ground is worth a lot to me. So I think what I do is I'm just going to take a raw grain and plan to wheel the plow action. And this seems awful, but it's what I'm going to do anyways. Bilberry is a European blueberry. Okay. So I hope to wheel the plow action. I'm not guaranteed to wheel the plow action, but I'm hoping I do. My feeding is a bit more awkward, because if I plow and harvest here, then of course I can eat a raw grain, and then I can bake. I can build a stone oven to feed in the stage 4 harvest. Okay, I don't need to take food if I get a blacksmith trigger. If I get a blacksmith trigger, then I don't need to take food. But yeah, Cookery Cellar has been thoroughly disappointing so far. Oh. Forgot to pay the wood. The 4 clay is not coming back, I'm sure. I'm sure 4 clay and 1 wood will be taken. Yeah, in general, with stronger miners, there's a de-emphasis on major improvements, which makes cards like Cookery Cellar and Charcoal Burner weaker. Yeah, like I think Field Watchman might be pretty likely to take that action. Oh, yeah, he just took a clay action. That's my mistake there. I'm trying to go too quick. And I complained about it earlier. Yeah, at least I'm doing, when I do it, it's because I'm doing my actions really quickly. Although I'm not like that much faster than everyone else in this game. Could just start player again. Yeah, I guess I will. Wood, clay, food, and either another food from blacksmith or a grain. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I always post in chat right away, and when there's mistakes by other people, I always post in chat right away. But then it's annoying when people don't read it and then finish their turn, and the next person goes to go, and then it's like the third person is like, "Wait, something is happening. What is happening?" Also, there's an astronomer round for you. Feel like astronomer is, it's one of those, it's fun to talk about when it comes up, but it doesn't always come up that often. So there's 6 clay available and there's 4 wood available. I certainly want to build a room this round. I think I'm going to take the 6 clay first because I'm thinking about Reno stone oven. And if I don't get the stone oven, I'm going to probably need a cooking hearth. And if I don't wheel the 4 wood, I should get the 3 wood back. And 3 wood is good enough for 2 more rooms. Why did I pick politician, cheese, and educator, by the way? I don't know. Educator seemed appropriate as a tier 3 Ock, and also I had just made the video on how to use the educator, so there's lots of conversation about that. Politician, I don't know. I just think politician's a fun card. You know. And politician has like a lot of contemporary meanings. And the cheese, I watch a lot of StarCraft, and so like cheese. I mean, in gaming in general, it's like gone beyond StarCraft that people talk about cheesing. So I thought cheese was an appropriate emote for any channel. Fought anywhere with an astronomer win. Lumen recently got a win while playing Astronomer. He got perped out, so it was 5 food, and I don't think he ever used it. Yeah, that seems more likely. Like, I played Astronomer the other day, but it was because it was 2 food, not because it was. And my other rocks did nothing, not because I thought I was going to get points out of it. I could take 2 stone here, and then Reno build a stone oven, and then build clay rooms instead of wood rooms. But I'm not guaranteed to get the stone oven here. And I do have hay sheaves. Maybe I should just set up hay sheaves here. I can Reno, play hay sheaves, and then build last move. Wallfly builds. So yeah, maybe last action Reno hay sheaves here. My other move could be take a vegetable, since I do plan to get a vegetable eventually. No apology needed, Rylocren. Doing other stuff is important. But we're playing Master Mason plus Blacksmith, and also comboing that with Straw Thatched Roof for very cheap rooms. jerryblr Family Growth Pigeon Net. Oh yes, bilberries are Scandinavian blueberries. Yes, that's right. That is a very important thing that you need to know. Yeah, if I'm not getting to a stone house, then 2 stone is not any worse than 3 stone. But I think I'm still hoping to get to a stone house, so yeah. I might Diligent Farmer a room. It seems likely that I might Diligent Farmer a room at this point. I also should keep an eye on Harvest Baron to see if it'll be any good. Alright, 3 clay Reno, and pay a reed for hay sheaves here. And nobody has a cattle, so turn a grain into 3 food. Unless Wallfly decides to eat all our sheep here, but that would be pretty nasty. Alright, so Field Watchman's going to sow. Harvest 2 different goods. You receive 1 food and add 1 food to this card. So he's going to sow, but the problem is I cannot also sow. So I need to look for maybe round 13 Harvest Baron potentially. Also, Heysheaves specifies harvested grain. So if I don't have sown grain at the end of round 12, beginning of round 13, then Heysheaves does nothing. So I need to make sure that I get a sow action in round 12, since I assume Field Watchman will be sowing in 13 or in 11. Number one, it should be seated as such. I like that. I appreciate that, Relocren. Thank you. That's true. Yeah, I do think the smiley face is the best meeple on the site for sure. There's a reason that I use it. Wallfly says no Smith. Okay. Okay. Take 3 wood. Oh, Pigeon Net went on the grain space. That's what's happening. I was like, why is he getting 2 food? It's because it's on the grain. Yeah. Yeah. They take my color, but they don't even have the decency to confuse us with the smiley faces. Wallfly, family growth raspberries. So I think I said I need to get a sow action in, but I'm also looking at clay. I could take 4 clay and 12, 4 clay build grow. If I want to build 2 rooms. So the question is, do I still want to try to make Diligent Farmer work? If I could... Yeah, I guess I still have Diligent Farmer. I'm also looking at this 3 stone and thinking about what I can do with 3 stone. Also Harvest Baron. Harvest Baron would... I'm setting it up. jerryblr looks like they're setting it up, and Field Watchman. So it looks like it should be worth at least 2 points. And then it'll also be worth some amount of food. So, yeah. I like playing Harvest Baron. I don't think I need to do it here. I'll take the 3 stone and then play Harvest Baron. Or I could build here. That's the other thing. There's lots for me to do still. The stone is nice for the clay oven as well. Honestly, Cookery Cellar's been pretty disappointing. Not done what I've wanted it to do. I guess if I build the stone oven, then I don't necessarily need to worry about triggering Heysheaves. I could build here, or I could play Harvest Baron. If I don't build, then my 3 actions next round are sow, build, and grow. Right? Those are my 3 actions next round. Sow, build, grow. I'm going to try this. Two food, clay, wood. Ooh, remodeler. Ooh. I guess he doesn't have enough clay, so I'm not super worried about him remodeling in front of me. Harvest Baron is 3 food and 2 points. I think it's going to be more than 3 food. Because jerryblr, Field Watchman, and me will all trigger it in 13 and 14, I assume. jerryblr builds the stone oven. Yeah. F. Smith. Each player, yeah. So it'll be 2 points for, I assume, because I think all 3 of us will trigger it in 13 and 14, and then it'll also be it's 3 food as well in each of those harvests. So it ends up being like a 6 food 2 point action, which looks quite good. Two different goods would have to be vegetable and grain, but also read count. So read count as well. First move, sow bake. I can't trigger grain sheaves if I don't sow bake here. If if hay sheaves allowed me to harvest my vegetables, it would also trigger Harvest Baron. I guess who needs stone oven when you can just eat like 6 raw grain? I guess that's what is looking pretty likely here. I wonder if it's worth holding on to. Oh, there's Wrestler. Did the cattle card... The cattle card has not actually been played yet. Nobody actually played the cattle card. So I'm looking at Cutthroat Academic, Diligent Farmer here, and saying if I play Cutthroat Academic in 13, Diligent Farmer 14, then I could leave myself Family Growth Cotton Field for two fields. The problem is that means I need to be able to trigger Diligent Farmer getting a room without the 5th field, which means it's grain, pastures, vegetables, and that's going to be a lot of work to do. I mean, the alternative is I play Barren Field, which doesn't seem all that good either, because it requires a clay action first. Although I guess I want a clay action next round anyways. But if I want a clay action next round, then I should be looking to play Clay Deposit. I guess I need a stone action either way, so whether I Diligent Farmer a clay room or a stone room, it's pretty equivalent, right? Yeah, it's pretty equivalent whether I Diligent Farm a clay room or a stone room. Minor cow wallow. Sure. So I could play clay deposit here. It gives me a 5 clay action in 13 versus a potential 4 clay action or not a clay action at all. Or I could play mini pasture here, which lets me start taking animals. I guess I want to play mini pasture eventually anyways, so mini pasture here looks fine. And then I harvest my grain, and I can turn a grain into 4 food. Yeah, I think I... Okay, I have 4 actions next round. I'm already at max grain. I can get to max pastures after a wood action. So my actions would have to be wood, fence, clay, barren fields. That's not enough. That's not enough. Wood, fence, clay, grain, yeah, vegetable, not enough. There's no way for me to get that third max category without the fields. So I think Diligent Farmer is unfortunately dead. But you know what? Diligent Farmer, spending 3 clay for another room is not all that much worse than the alternative. So, and who knows? Maybe I even get 4 stone next round. And if I get 4 stone, then I can just build a stone room for 3 stone. So Field Watchman will family growth. Wallfly will maybe take wood, maybe fence, maybe start player. Probably less, maybe fence, lasso, boar. Hard to say what Wallfly will do. I'm hoping to see jerryblr sow, of course. But I mean, if I catch Field Watchman harvesting 3 times, I harvest twice, and jerryblr harvests once, I mean, that's still 2 points out of Harvest Baron, so. Field Watchman plow sows, okay. I definitely thought he was going to family growth. We also haven't seen Field Warden yet, so I don't know where Field Warden ended up. Maybe it's in Wallfly's hands? I don't think it could be, because... Well, no, I guess I didn't wheel it. Yeah, Wallfly could have 4th picked Field Warden. I think it was in my opening hand. 6 wood is very appealing, but I'll take 4 stone ahead of 6 wood. Since Field Watchman only needs it for stables, jerryblr could take it, but is also getting wood from Shoemaker. Wallfly has all the wood she needs without stables. So even if the 6 wood gets taken, I should wheel the 5 wood action. Oh man, family growth is there, but I'm gonna take 4 stone. 4 stone lets me reno this round and then build a stone room next round. I can reno cotton field or barren field or clay deposit. Where's our rock pyramid? Yeah. Yeah. Although cotton field is functionally rock pyramid in this game. Almost. Not quite. Almost. Ground pickaxe plow was a great pickup. That was a great pickup. Yeah, and I had to take grain manually twice, right? But round 5 family growth just gave me so many actions that I could afford to do something like that. Now my animal score is pretty bad. My animal score is quite bad, but I'm gonna have a really good farm score, or a really good house score. Reno's not really threatened. So I'll take the 6 wood here. Then I could last move reno clay deposit and then go on clay deposit. Jerryblr's got golden rose. I knew it had to be out there somewhere. I wonder if Field Watchman or Wallfly have that cattle card. I did expect that the wrestler would be taken immediately after seeing the cattle, or by whoever took the cattle card. There's Field Warden. Yeah, it's a bit of a sad Field Warden for Wallfly. jerryblr plays Wood Carver, so jerryblr does not have that card. So it's basically Field Watchman who could have it. 4 clay, 5 wood. 4 clay gives me the option of barren field when I reno. And I will wait to reno till round 14 because I want reno fence. But if I can't reno fence, then I need to have flexibility. Because if I reno here, then jerryblr can reno fence and I'm really stuck. jerryblr and I are both lacking on animal points, but I think we're a decent amount ahead of Field Watchman, just because Field Watchman's 2-room house is not going to be worth very many points. Wallfly has got great animal points. She's got the well, but she's missing out on crops. Now, she'll solve that somewhat at the end of the game with Field Watchman. Or Field Warden. Yeah, Brothers seems reasonable. Does jerryblr think they're going to get 5 wood here? Because I'm going to take the 5 wood. Then I get 3 food from Harvest Baron. Baron, only 1 R. And then I'll eat a wood and a clay and 4 food. And I'll try not, I won't eat any more wood and clay. But I think this slots me nicely. Yeah. I might be able to eat wood without eating any more points. I could also build stables when I go on the room space. Baron. Sandswan and Wall are connected galactically. That's silly. You know what? I should not eat a clay because I've got a clay for Barrenfield. I want to keep myself able to play Barrenfield and build a clay room, or able to eat Barrenfield and or play Barrenfield and also have 3 clay for the pottery. I want to make sure both of those are options. Plus I have 10 grain. I have 12 grain right now, so I can eat 4 of them raw. 4 of them raw plus a wood, plus a food, plus I get 3 food from Baron, so I have enough food. I'm going to build another room, yeah. jerryblr reno fences. So I will reno before fencing because fencing is uncontested. Until jerryblr gets a second wood from somewhere. Field Watchman, family growth. This doesn't seem that... maybe you don't family growth. Yeah, you know what? If you don't think I'm going to family growth because I'm going to build a room, then you don't have to family growth here. Yeah, so looks fine. Because Wallfly and jerryblr are both at 5. 10 fences, yes. Yeah, that's the plan. But I'm going to reno first move. Oh, plus O is not bad, actually. No, you know what? I get my 2 fields other ways, so I'm not going to. I want to make sure that that build a room space doesn't get blocked from me. And I'll plow down here, I guess. I don't actually have to pay the read. Cotton field better. I'll play cotton field on family growth. I'm not going to get on a sow action anyways, so I don't think it makes much of a difference. Yeah, ending with 3 negatives for animals is a problem. My last action is probably going to be worth 2 points unless it's Diligent Farmer, in which case it's 3 points. Because I'm going to... No, I have to fence, build, grow. I don't have time for Diligent Farmer. Yeah, I still needed more actions. For as many actions as I had, I still needed more. Still needed more moves. Yeah, I had to day labor and then had to take grain raw twice. So just one more cookery seller point. That's a full extra action, which is points, and would have like snowballed to be even more, of course. So room for 3 stone, and I'm gonna fence 10. No, I'm gonna fence 8. So 4 stables looks fine. Whoops. Because stables convert to points more efficiently than the joinery does. Setting up straw thatched roof took a lot of work. It did. It took a lot of work. No, only 8, because I'm fencing 12. I mean, I could keep 2 extra wood for 1 point, but that conversion with the joinery is the same. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be able to eat a wood. Sure, it's got lots of fiber in it. That cattle card hasn't come out yet. That's good. Because obviously I have 0 cattle, so... Diligent is more points than family growth. Family growth is a 4-point action. Is your argument that diligent is more points than fencing? It takes away 3 points, but it adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas diligent is a 3-point action. I think it's equivalent. Oh, he does play Ranch Overseer. Too bad. No, I think it's the same. It's 3 points either way. For Food Baron, actually. So I have 1 food off of getting the 3rd point out of Baron. And then I can eat a bunch of raw grain. 5 food, 4G. To feed 9. So then whatever I score plus 2. It's probably mid 40s, like 46, 48, around that range. 47. So I tie with Wallfly. So that's not going to be enough to win. Jerry says his feeding is ugly. GVV. Oh, that is pretty ugly. Okay. What does jerryblr end at? Oh yeah, looks like I tie with Wallfly for the win. Oh no, I tie with jerryblr. 3-way tie. Yeah, Wallfly, jerryblr, and I. And you know what? Wallfly wins the tiebreaker based on starting position. But you know what? I'm 1 food off of winning from Harvest Baron, so I'm going to say it's fine. Field Watchman gave 3 points to Wallfly. Yeah, Wallfly is not close without the Field Baron. Or the Fence Over Ranch Overseer. Yeah, so 47, 47, 47, 3-way tie, which is funny. So yeah, we're close. Like the other thing is if I can play if I have an action to play Cutthroat, Academic, and Diligent Farmer. Now, Diligent Farmer I would have had to been able to use it at the start of round 14, which obviously was not the case. But you can see where if I get even 1 or 2 more actions, I can have a ton more points. Also, the fact that I just have no animals is a big negative. Big negative for me. I have to go back to the build room space 3 times as well. And I have clay deposits, so I have lots of good stuff to dump actions into. Yeah, if Cookery Cellar was just marginally better, it would have been a big improvement for my game. 6 points just with animals. Yeah, just taking 1 of each animal. Alright, I feel like I got 3 subs today, so I'm kind of feel obligated to do another game, so we'll do another game. As long as I don't have to wait too long for it. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Thank you very much to Norden Watch and Montu, Gamer Montu, and Domba32 for the subs. So appreciate it. We'll be back in a bit.